What's up, guys? Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and we got an amazing Madden 20 tip for you guys today. I'm going to break down an unstoppable running scheme that's very good, very effective. It has four amazing runs. Not often do you find a formation that literally has four very good runs, and I'm going to break down how you can use all of them to beat every single meta run defense out there. You can honestly run the ball down your opponent's throat all game long with this offense, and you don't even need any abilities for your running back. As you see here, I'm going to use the Niners with no abilities. If you do have some speed, though, that is preferred. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the playbook I'm using is a playbook that I've been, kind of messing with for a couple months now, ever since they dropped the live playbooks in Mutt. It's the San Francisco live playbook. I really like this playbook. You guys actually saw I dropped a tip from this playbook a few months back because it's actually pretty similar to Oakland's playbook, which is one of my favorites, or probably my favorite overall in the game. And it just has a lot of good stuff. So we're gonna look at the single back wing type. I'll explain the audibles and the plays we're gonna break down. So we're gonna start. First one's gonna be the dive. The second one's gonna be the stretch alert X lucky. Then we're gonna have where's it at here? The regular stretch play, and then we're gonna have the HP belly week. So we literally have about four different runs that are extremely good that we can use against every sort of meta run defense out there. They're gonna have no chance to stop you whatsoever. So I'm gonna start with the 3-3-5 wide because that's probably the most common one out there right now. The double safety spy. Very good run D. Very good. So the HP belly week is going to absolutely kill this defense. I kind of broke this run down from a different formation about a week ago, but I actually think it's even better from this formation just because the way the blocking sets up from this formation. The belly week is just such a good run because of the way it sets up your blocks. When you get the double spies, you obviously know that they're going to come down very aggressively to stop, from running the dive and the stretch out of this formation. So, in order to counter the defense from doing double spies, and again, I don't really care if they're doing double spies from cover 2, man, cover 4 even, we're going to be able to beat it. But when you have these three tight ends, these spies are going to come down very hard when they see the belly weak. You can see that in a second here. And we're going to be able to make them pay. We have a tight end that's pulling from the right side of the screen that's going to come across the left. So if these safeties ever give us a problem, they're going to get blocked. So let's look at a couple examples. This is the first setup a lot of people use from the two-man under, or the cover two-man with double safety spy. And this is the one that's very hard to run on. I think it's probably overall the best run in the game. As you guys can see, that was a walk-in free touchdown. Super easy. Like I said, this is one of my best finds all year long. I feel like this run because nobody used this run until I broke it down. And I feel like I've just been innovating the run game all year long, to be honest with you, with all the different formations and runs and motions and just little slight nuances I found. But look, this run looks like it's going to go right at the snap because it's a misdirection. So that brings both the user and both safeties down hard into the box, more so to the inside. So here, the safety didn't even, he literally ran into my O-line. He took a horrible angle. But if he takes a better angle, our tight end that comes from the right side of the screen to the left will block him every time. And it truly is that consistent. Now, as I said, it doesn't matter if they're in man or zone. If they're in cover 2 and try to do the same thing, we're still going to get a big play because those safeties are not going to do anything. As you guys can see here, we're able to easily cut outside. The safeties don't do anything. And we almost got another touchdown. We're at the 2-3 yard line. So you're going to force them out of that defense. That is probably the best run in the game, but this run alone is so good. They will have no shot but to stop doing that, okay? Now, once you see they stop spying their safeties, then this defense is absolutely trash against the dive. The reason why the dive gets stopped is the safeties being in spies. But as soon as you don't spy the safeties, you guys can see here, I have a big run. And honestly, I might have could have scored a touchdown there. I was this close to probably scoring a touchdown, but, still got a big run. Now, The thing is, they have to spy both safeties. Like you might say, well, what if they just spy the one on the right and not the left? Well, it doesn't matter because only one safety in the spy is not good enough. You can see here, one safety spy, I got a touchdown. So if you see them stop spying both safeties out of this 3-5 wide, run dive, it's going to kill them. Some people won't spread the D-line, which it's fine because in that case, if they're not spreading the D-line and they're not having spies, just run stretch. But you can see there that's the difference. That time I spied both safeties, and notice how on dive, if you spy both safeties, I'm only going to get a few yards. But if you don't spy both safeties, I'm going to get big runs. So that's literally the key. There you can see again, we go back to the both safety spy. We run the belly weak. The safeties get screwed up. Easy touchdown. I mean, I could do that in my sleep, to be quite honest with you. It's that easy. So, I mean, yeah. Good luck stopping this scheme. I can promise you guys 3-5 wide is not the answer. So, past that, we already know what's next. We got to look at the 3-4 odd because 3-4 odd has edge blitz, it has storm brave, it has pinch dog 2 press, it has cover 4, it has a lot of really good run Ds, all right? So a lot of times someone sees a formation like this, the first thing they think of is, okay, let me go the edge blitz. And edge blitz and storm brave are similar. I think edge blitz is better because storm brave, you're not pinching the D-line, so it's a lot easier to run dive on. But edge blitz, when you do pinch the D-line like this, very, very good against the dive, so you can't really run dive. Now, this is very similar to what I showed you guys on the single back wing stack U, the offense I ran against Clef, and beat him in the club championship with this. It's the same thing here. You can see the safeties in the box on the right, so that right side of the screen is very hard to run on. But I love this formation because you can just playmaker it left, and it's going to be a big run because the box is to our advantage on the left, right? So I love these types of formations. I've been running single back wing type U type formations all year because of this. That they are literally the anti-meta to all these run defenses because it's good blocking both sides. Left, you have one tight end and receiver. Right, you have two tight ends. So you can't overload one side or the other. You can see there, free 10 yards. And to be quite honest with you, that's pretty much your worst case scenario. It was a good 10 yards because most of the time they're going to hold their blocks better to where you're going to get a crib shot. Like, I cannot tell you how many crib shots I've had on this exact same defense, just like I did there this year. And that's why I've been running single back wing tight and single back wing tight U all year long. They really caught my eye as soon as these 3-4 odd run defense became the meta, because I already knew that you cannot run to that right side of the screen in most formations, so you have to find a formation that forces them to play this to defend the right, but then also have good enough blocking to kill them on the left, which is exactly what this does. I mean, look at this hole. We could drive a semi-truck through it. So that's going to be there all day long. Now, like I said, Storm Brave and Edge Blitz are similar in that they kind of are very good against stretch in general the same way, like where the safety's in the box. The main difference is Storm Brave, the setup's a little bit more knowing to me because you kind of have to try to get on the safety and slide linebackers out and all that. And also just because the D-line's not pinched, you can run dive. So you can run dive on Storm Brave, especially if they're sliding linebackers out. But I just want to show you what I do when I see Storm Brave. It's so easy. As soon as I see Storm Brave, I already know, because I see Storm Brave and you see that inside linebacker that's blitzing creep up, you know that's Storm Brave every time when you see that inside linebacker creeping up a bit. So as soon as I see that, literally, I playmaker stretch to the left as soon as possible and just snap the ball as fast as I possibly can, because I already know that this run defense is absolutely trash if you quick snap them, because they have to do way too much to get the defense set up, and half the time they'll be out of position with their user, which is, again, that's something I did to Clef many times in our game when I had beat him, because he was having to move linebackers around, get back on his safety, get in the middle field, and he could just never do it. I just quick snap him and a big run after big run. So, yeah. Now, I want to show you something else you can do against man Ds in general. It's a motion that's going to give you even better blocking. I just want to do it against Edge Blitz because, again, Storm Brave is so bad, I don't even feel the need to show any more against that. But if you see man D, you can playmaker this run to the left and then motion the inside right tight end to the left. And what you guys can see is it not only messes up the lineman on the left as that backer comes down, but also the guy that's manned up on him, he doesn't even follow him. So now we have an extra advantage number-wise in our blocking, which is huge. And as you guys can see here, we're able to pick up more good yardage. As you've seen on all the runs in this video, basically no one is even within tackling distance of me until 10 to 15 yards on every play. And then most of the time, I'm actually breaking the runs from crib shots, so you guys can see how good this truly is. And again, I don't even have a running back with abilities. I just have a fast running back. Obviously, though, if you get a running back out there with that human joystick and abilities, oh my gosh, you're going to be set. Um, anyway, keeping going. So now let's look at stretch alert lucky. So at a certain point, I promise you the defense is going to be like, okay, I've had enough of this 3-5 wide. I can't play man from 3-4. I'm just going to have to play cover 4 drop, cover 4. That's what everybody does. It's pinch a line, play cover 4, hope for the best. And, that's decent run D, but honestly, you might not give up touchdowns off that type of run D, but you're definitely going to give up 5 to 10 yards. And do the math, guys. If I'm getting 5 to 10 yards a pop, I'm not only gashing you and scoring, but I'm also even controlling the clock, which is even, in my opinion, as an offensive player, when someone's doing that to me, that's even more annoying. So you can't really do that either. So then what do? Well, at that point, they might say, okay, I can't pinch my D-line because now they're just running the stretch, so let me just not pitch my D-line and play cover 4. All right, as soon as I see that, I'm running dive. And again, at that point, dive is another free 5 plus 6 or so yards. Again, might not seem a lot, but do that a couple times, get a few first downs. I guarantee you they stop letting you do that. You also can motion this tight end on dive. He's ineffective to pick up that safety when you do that motion like that. He doesn't always do it, but that is something I like to do on dive here and there because it does give me better blocking versus the safety. And potentially turn a 5-6 yard run into maybe a touchdown. So kind of like one of the last D's we need to look at is like a cover 2, pinch dog 2 press. So guys, anytime I face a cover 2, those outside corners in those clouds or flat zones or whatever sort they do, they can shoot in the backfield. So when I know they're in cover 2 and I want to run right, the stretch alert lucky is really good against zone, but I'll need to motion this outside right tight end 2 to 3 steps to the right, so he makes sure he can block that corner a little bit better in that flat zone. As you guys can see here, he seals him off, and we get big yardage. Now, one thing I don't want you guys to sleep on is your blocking stats by your tight ends. Guys, if you're playing Mutt, make sure you get guys that can block. Like Kittle. Kittle is a perfect example. He's a good, receiving tight end, but he can block too. You definitely want guys that can hold your blocks. And I've even seen, you might even want to put a lineman in a tight end if you're just going to run the ball. Definitely blocking makes a big difference on this year's game. Now, another thing is, I've seen some people that have just incredible user skill running this pinch dog 2 press, and sometimes they might be able to blow up the stretch alert lucky themselves. Probably not. I actually played Civil in this year in the club championship too, and he was very good with this defense. He ran it on me, so what I started to do with him is not run stretch alert lucky, but just run the regular stretch. And again, it is so rare to find a stretch out of wing tight that you can playmaker to the left or right. Mostly it's just a alert lucky, but basically, guys, you just playmaker to stretch to the opposite side that they have that linebacker, up in that gap. Because to run this defense, you have to bring a linebacker up in the gap, right? So if you see the linebacker up in the gap on the right, just playmaker to the left, and again, that's a free 5-6 yards, maybe a touchdown. Against Civil, I got some big runs. I also got some 5 and 6 yard runs. So maybe they try to go get the one on the left now. Okay, just keep it to the right, motion that guy out to pick up the corner. Again, guys, you can see we almost get another crib shot right here. So, this run scheme is absolutely bananas, man. I promise you guys, they're not going to have an answer for you. It's just not going to happen. There's too much you can do. Like I said, I've not really seen this year a run scheme that has 4 really, really good runs in the same formation. You're lucky to get stretch and dive, but in this formation, we're getting stretch, dive, the belly weak, which, like I said, that's my run I found that nobody else was using. That's a game changer against 3-5 wide, and then stretch alert lucky too. So stretch, dive, belly weak, stretch alert lucky. Wow. Now, another thing is, you might see some people just try to be stupid and run nickel normal, big nickel over G, that type of stuff against this formation. You can't do it because we can just literally run away from the side of your nickelback, and we'll have the advantage every single time. So nickelback was on the left first play, we ran right, good yards. Nickelback's now on the right, we'll run to the left. Again, you'll see good yards. So there's really, like I said, there's really no good way to stop this formation. It's too good. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips, man. If you like this content, smash that like button, man. Let's try to get 500 likes on this video. We get 500 likes within the first day this video is out. I'm going to drop some more fire. I got another video on deck that is very, very, very good. Some fire. I know you guys are going to want to see it. So let's hit that 500 likes and let's get it, y'all. I got promise y'all, the support has been unreal. The fact that I've been doing these videos only for 2 to 3 months now, and Madden is kind of at its downward swing, and we've gotten this much support, man. It's truly blessed, and I truly do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to continuing into Madden 21. So until next time, it's Duke. I'm out of here.